Get this out of the way. You think Scott's macho. You know what I'm saying? This is from the 5th manual speech, Your Body Speaks. And it's halfway through the manual when you get this far. You're really supposed to focus on using your body to make your points. And it says in the instructions that the use of your body should be congruent with what you're saying and what your message is, so that we, listening to you and watching you, have a congruent feeling about what you're saying. And I think you did this generally very well. I love the way you started out your speech by asking us a series of questions, which essentially you were asking yourself about, am I ready to be a father? And then keep bringing us into the process you went through because you were dealing with adoption from another country and how much more rigorous and difficult and frustrating that must have been. As far as using your body, I loved the seating arrangement that you did to show us what it was like being on the plane. And it was very funny, particularly when you made fun of your wife with her sneezing on the people in the front. But we've all been there, so it was a very effective. There isn't any of us that hasn't been in some situation. And if we haven't thought of bringing the person seat down in front of us, we've at least imagined that we might have done it. We may not have actually done it. I thought you were very comfortable up here, too. Suggestions. You could pause more to make your points. You tend to rush through the whole speech. And as a result, you end up using a lot of filler words that we often do as speakers when we don't pause enough. You don't say you don't say but I counted and stuff 10 times. And whatever twice and all that 3 times. So that's the Paul version of and you really could have been dinging those if you wanted to expand, but of course it was a prepared speech, so we didn't do that out loud. I thought you had excellent stories overall. I was not so sure what the point, though, of the overweight American woman was. That didn't particularly fit with the daddy and the child. And I also thought you could have made more of the experience of seeing your daughter for the first time and contrasted your wife's version of that. You told us about it, but you could have used your body to demonstrate. Maybe your wife running forward to hug her, while you were maybe standing back a little more. Is this the right one? You could have made more out of that the way you did with the airplane seats. I love the way you ended it, asking again, am I ready to be a daddy? You brought it a full circle back to the beginning of the speech, and I love the way you ended it with gratitude. Mr. Toastmaster.